Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we are doing our monthly update, a monthly check on how I am doing with my training for the World Series of Board Gaming. And somehow we are only 50 days out. That doesn't seem possible. I feel like it was just yesterday that it was like 100 days out, and yeah, especially this last month of July has seemed like it just flown by, even though it's a month with 31 days in it. I don't know where the month went.
Where'd that extra day go?
I really don't know. It is insane. I'm like, wow, how are we in August? How are we at the end of summer almost here? It's
How are you this
scary.
close to winning 4 rings at the World Series of Board Gaming?
Just a matter of time. It's gonna be my one hand. If I just put them all in one hand, it's gonna be so heavy. Be weighed down. I'm gonna walk with my hand limp to my side. But yeah, this month I feel like so. Last month it was a lot of games played, but I got a little variety of everything. And this month I did not feel like that happened, but I did have a new game that I got played quite a bit, and that is because I got an app of this game. So we will find out which game that is. And I also did get one of these four games here played for the first time. So if you've been hanging around here, you might know which one that is. Otherwise, you're going to be shocked as to which one it is.
Oh my. Well, let's start it off. So, the day once the World Series of Board Gaming, it takes place over 4 days, and on each day there are 4 games having little mini tournaments, ring events, and you get to choose at most one of those games to compete in each day. And for day one, you can see the 4 games we have here. We'll go through each of them individually, but you currently have Azul chosen, so let's see. I believe, did you just switch it? Did you switch that last time, or was it always Azul?
It was originally the White Castle, and I switched it, I think, last month.
Okay, so let's see if there's been any developments here, stats wise. Of course, last month was the one time we actually played the White Castle, and it was my first game, and it was a 2-player game, so maybe not representative of what the 4-player version would be in Vegas, but
Yeah,
um,
it's a solid game though, and I could definitely from that one play last month could see why I wanted to originally choose it as the game. But yeah, just as the months were going along there, you could see it just wasn't getting played, and yeah, I could probably try to make a run if I really wanted to of just playing a bunch on Board Game Arena, but I have not done that as to this point. But I may have done that for one of the other options in this group.
ooh, let's see. Is it the next one? No, we're getting down there. Next time we do this list, it's going to be 20 days. That'll be pretty much the last kind of monthly update. And you got to get one play of this in there. You got to play at least every game once.
I know. I think I've got a few, three or four that still haven't been played once.
So,
Something like that. So yeah, definitely got to get each one played once. So running out of time, 50 days left, should give me enough time to plan for each one at least once. I was
yeah.
actually hoping to we'll get to it later. I was hoping to get one of them played, and that did not end up happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one I don't believe has a digital version that I'm aware of, so that's part of the difficulty. I feel like I maybe would have played it that, especially last month when I kind of played kind of one game of this, one game of that. I feel like I would have probably played it there if it was on Board Game Arena, but
Yeah. Yeah.
fortunately it does not. So let me know in the comments below if you know a good place to play Brass Birmingham
No. Yeah.
digitally.
Yeah. Ooh, Terraforming Mars. You got 2 plays. You kind of bookended the month. You didn't remember that you had a game of it, but it was like the first day of the month, and then we played one right at the end there. So 2 games, not bad. You know this game pretty well. It's the game you had last time you competed in the World Series of Board Game. You played it a lot more in preparation that time, but you've pretty much mastered it at this point. Why even?
Yes,
Uh,
mastered it. Yeah, I think this one's just one of those that is just a little bit of a longer game. So, uh, yeah, we'll probably I'm guessing if I'm lucky, get another two-ish plays of it in August. And yeah, if I was picking this one as the ring one, I think I'd have more plays. But
Yeah.
after playing the first time with the person that eventually ended up being the champion and has now been a three-time champion of Terraforming Mars, I knew that this was not a game I had played enough to be the champion of that game, unless I got a little bit of luck on my side or things kind of went my way. Anything could happen, but yeah, I wasn't quite at that level, and I wasn't even really at the level of the other players at the table. So I was like, yeah,
Yeah. Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
but yeah, if I were to win and get move on to where they kind of pick a random one, I wouldn't I wouldn't be upset with Terraforming Mars being picked. Whereas, like, if
Um,
something like Brass was picked, I don't know that I'd be upset necessarily, but I would not feel very comfortable about it.
oh, yep, yep. I can get that. And Azul. Yeah, so Azul, 20 games here. This one's really picked up the last couple months. Played it a lot last month and a lot this month.
Yeah, I've almost gotten to I was hoping to this month, and I don't know, I think a few days in the last week or so, I just wasn't able to play. I think one of the weekends I ended up getting busy on both Saturday and Sunday, which is sometimes when I get a decent amount of plays in. And yeah, so I was hoping to get to 100 plays of it, and I didn't quite get there. On my board game arena account, not 100 plays in the month,
Oh,
but 100 total plays, yeah, on board game arena. So should reach that next month, I hope, if I continue at the pace I've got here, get in the double digits again.
yeah.
And yeah, this one isn't just one, but it's been a lot of two-player games, so I feel like I might have to change kind of how I'm playing some of these and start trying to just. I'm usually going in the arena mode just because I feel like that's sometimes the easiest to get games going,
Yeah.
but I should maybe start playing these at like three or four players, so just opening tables
Yeah.
and doing that instead for this one and another one we'll see in a bit. Uh, just to kind of get, especially for this one, I feel like it could be a little bigger in this versus maybe we'll talk about Wingspan later, but versus Wingspan. So,
Yeah, I would say for sure probably should try that a little bit. And little notes here, you're up your average a little bit, which is pretty good. Half a point for like already an existing maybe 40 to 50 games. To be able to bring that up is pretty impressive. And
yep.
but you did have the new lowest score of the year with a 24. Uh,
Oh, I remember that game. It was bad. I don't know what I did, but I just knew it just was like, yeah, I'm not winning. I don't know what happened that was so bad, but I could feel it and knew it that it was just not going to be a good game.
yeah, it is a game where you can like really mess up a whole round for yourself.
Hmm.
And so that was day one. In day two, we have these four games. Currently have Cascadia selected. I think you've had that from the start.
Hmm.
And this one, I don't know if this day has gotten the most plays, but let's see what we've got here. Oh boy, we got whole new icons in this one, Cascadia. We got medals. What are these medals all about, Zach?
So yeah, so this was one I talk about. You can see here, I my total points for this game, and just I'm guessing when we get to the grand total, this one had a pretty nice positive impact on the total points that we're tracking. But yeah, I downloaded the Cascadia app on my phone and have been playing. Mostly, you can see there it says like 119 games, but then I went 4 and 6. So those 4 and 6 are just playing kind of four player with against the AI. So about 50-50 at four player.
Yeah.
And then the other games that I played were these daily treks that you do, and that's kind of treating it as a solo mode. So it's going to be a little bit different than playing against other players, but you're still using typically. So the first one you're using all A goals. So the beginner is using all A goals. The intermediate is using random goals. and the advanced is using random goals, but then some additional uh, bonus thing that it usually has some rule that you have to follow, and then it also kind of usually has a little extra scoring potential. And
Mm,
some of those can be wild, crazy, get you up to like 170 point games, and then other ones like have really major restrictions that just really mess with you. So I think those have been a lot of fun, even though it's maybe not necessarily always, especially with those ones, always like that's how I would play it normally.
mm,
Probably wouldn't play it like that. 'Cause some of them, it's like, oh, if you have the different, instead of trying to make one big group of something, it wants you to have a bunch of individual pieces,
mm,
and they're worth two apiece versus being worth kind of that one for your biggest area of it. Um, so it kind of lets you do some weird things you wouldn't normally do. But I feel like
yeah.
maybe some of those things have allowed me to also like try getting some animals, try doing some things that I haven't normally done, and I don't know if I've actually learned anything from that. Like that has been like a big important thing. Like, oh, I should do this in my normal games, based on that. But I think it makes me at least look at kind of different things that I maybe didn't originally.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can see here I had a lot of silver medals. So getting to the actual medals, you got bronze, silver, and gold. So it's like I feel like in a daily thing, it's a little over 100 people tend to do these. They must. And if you're in the top five, you get a gold. If you're in the top 6 through 50, you're in silver. And then if you're 51 through 100, you get the bronze. And the beginner ones, you only get one shot at it. So it's your score that's the A goal ones. So you get one shot. The intermediate, you can do two shots at it. That's the random goals. And then the advanced, you can do three shots at it. And I feel like various days, depending on how much time I had, sometimes I did all of them. Sometimes I did one of each. Sometimes I only got like the beginner and the advanced because the advanced is just fun.
Yeah.
So I like to do that, and the beginner is now just so easy to me because I'm just like, okay, I know what that scoring is. I know kind of what I got to do. So if by chance we get a at Vegas, I'm gonna be sitting pretty good, I think. I mean, I got 5 gold medals.
That's true. 5 gold
I was in
medals
the top five. I
with
think
a
I got.
broken frickin' neck.
I don't remember which one it was, but I think there was one where I did get first. Might have got first once or twice.
Ooh, nice.
Top score in the world.
In the world. The whole wide world.
Even though I said it's 100 people, maybe I meant 100,000.
100 million people.
So
Oh,
all that about Cascadia. Love the game.
great game. Great game. But no physical plays this month.
No physical place.
Okay. Good game. Good game. Go out and buy it. It's a game everyone should own. My goodness. Earth. Speaking of the whole wide world, no plays of
I'm
Earth.
upset I didn't get any plays of this one because, yeah. Wow, way back in April is when we kind of got back into it after I hadn't played it probably in a year or two, and I just absolutely loved it. I thought I'd just continue kind of getting a game of it in here and there, but I think what scared me was in June there, you could see I I entered at the uh I'm totally blanking. What's it called? Arena.
Arena.
I entered the arena and I did not realize it included an expansion. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Just going in there with your sword and then you open some gates and rhinoceros come out. What? What is going on?
Exactly. So I don't know if that spooked me. That spooked me off, and I haven't gone back to it. But yeah, this one I got to play this one some more, just in general, just for fun. Not even necessarily just for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've really loved this game too. They have some really good picks here. I will say that they've picked some really solid games to represent these 16 games, not just in terms of are they good for tournament play, but just in terms of how good the games are. Some
Yeah.
really solid games.
I agree.
Outside of this one's not solid. No, this this was the one. This is. I just wish that I could play this 2 player, or if this had a digital version. I'm not aware of one. But this was the one that I thought we would get played. I had kind of reread the rules, and we'll see later on which one was the shocking one that I finally got a play of. That we got that in. I thought that same day I'd get a play of this one in, but that did not end up happening. we ended up playing Windmill Valley instead, and that took about 2.5, 3 hours. So we did not have any time for rah. But
Oh, dang it.
yeah, this is one that just in general, I want to play because I had a lot of fun with the couple times we did play it. So,
Yeah, this is one way. If it was on Board Game Arena or if you had some
oh
sort
yeah,
of, this could be like, it's not that long of a game. This could be dozens and dozens a month. I feel like
yes,
I mean, you
yeah,
showed
it would
me, but
totally change it if it was on there. I would, yeah, I'd be playing it a lot.
yeah, yeah. Someday you'll get the opportunity. Maybe in Vegas. No. At least you got one play of this in. We don't have to worry about getting to it.
That's true early on. And this isn't helping me points total wise, so definitely don't want to waste my time playing this one. Because yeah, the points per minute is not a good rate. Not a good rate at all. But yeah, this is unfortunate. I really love this game. And I think if you have tuned into our channel before, we do a yearly top so many games of the year. This year is going to be top 80. And spoiler, we're starting that next week, so you can subscribe to check that out if you've made it this far. uh, and yeah, I think the lack of plays in Dune uh, maybe dropped it a little bit from last year, but still on my list because I love the game. But ugh, I could only play this one as much as I'd love to. It'd get played a lot more.
Yeah.
And I do have the app, but it's not the Uprising version. So I'm like, I don't. It should still give me a similar feel, but there's enough differences that I'm like, I
Mhm.
don't know if it's worth playing a ton of that just to try to. Well, not
Yeah,
even a ton. Maybe it's worth doing it just to
I would
keep
think so.
up to date with kind of how some of that works because there are some similarities between the original and the Uprising, but
Okay, acting like they're not identical except for the cover. Okay.
I did see. I was just I was just looking at my board game ratings, and I did see that this one just now snuck into the top 10 on Board Game Geek. So there are two Dune Imperium
Wow.
games in the top 10 of all time.
I gotta
I,
play them both and then I'll judge it. But right now, it's like, oh, it grinds my gears. It's the same. It's gotta be the same game, but we'll see. We'll see
yeah,
when.
it really grinds my gears because we'll get to another game that we talk about that really grinds my gears as to well, what the heck. So we're gonna count this one. We're gonna count all these other ones, but we're not gonna count. We'll see when we get there. And it upsets me because I think that one could be in the top five if it did count.
Ooh, we'll see. We'll see. Is it the next one? Is it in here? Who knows? So we
It might be.
got day three. Let's go into these.
Oh, it's this one right here. I believe the castles of Burgundy. Let me check on my screen. Let me go and see. Castles
Hang on there.
of Burgundy. Special edition. Oh, it's a
Totally did.
9.2 rating. It's a 9.2 rating. Oh, but it's not rank. It's not. Doesn't have a rank, even though it's got
What?
almost 10,000 ratings.
What?
Huh? I mean, it's not even like. Okay, I can understand if it only had like 100, 200. Oh, that's 10,000. Are you kidding me? How is that not included? How is that not shown on there?
That is
It's
ridiculous.
got new content in there.
What does the original have? Because if I'm doing my math correctly in my head, I know the algorithms and the sequences how
The
they
bebops
do
and
this.
boobops.
That would put that at number one of Board Game Geek.
The original has 66,000
Huh.
ratings.
And that's been out a long time. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
I mean, Twilight Imperium 4th Edition has only 26,000, and
wow.
it's point 0.5 under the special edition of this for the uh, average rating.
Hmm. That's crazy.
It's
That
ridiculous.
is
It's
crazy.
ridiculous. That's all I gotta say.
That's
It's ridiculous.
all we can say because you didn't play the game this month, so you can't say anything about that.
Well, I mean, it's all those L's that I've been taking on that game.
That's true. It started out bad. Great rebound in March. not so great in April, and just terrible in June, and he may never play it again after that.
We'll see if it can maintain its spot as my number one game of all time. Another
We'll
plug for the
see.
top 80.
Yes. Oh boy, Heat. Yeah, we just got those that middle lane we were taking. April, May, June, playing it a ton,
Yeah.
and
I think that probably was just it, is I had played it a lot, so I was probably just kind of a little heated out. But yeah, it's still a great game, and for some reason I thought I did play it at one point in July, but I feel like I just didn't play any of the. I don't know how. I don't know where July went. I really don't know where July went
I don't
because
know how you didn't play it in January, February, March.
I don't know either. I really don't know.
This is crazy.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. A
It,
lot of fun.
great game. Gosh, so many great games. Great games. Another one that doesn't really help your points, but that explains it. And then, ooh, check one off the list.
Boom, baby! And this is crazy. We went and looked, and we had not either. So this was a one-on-one match. Pepper versus Zach in Lost Ruins of Arnak, and
We tied. We tied at 74, but you got the
we
tiebreak.
we did tie at 74. But neither of us had played this in over 2 years, I think. And yeah, I don't know how we just went right back to it, and after a few turns, pretty much remembered almost everything about how to play, and that's crazy because
Yeah.
I would say neither one of us has played this like a ton of times in total. Uh, and to be able to go back to something that's a medium leaning heavy game and be able to remember all the stuff or most of the stuff is pretty crazy. So I gotta hand it to Lost Ruins of Arnak
Yeah.
that we were able to easily get back in it and not really struggle too hard. And yeah, it's another fun game. It's one that I'm like, after playing it there, I'm like, yeah, I should play this one a little bit more, but it is also very thinky. It
It
can
is.
induce a lot of AP because of your very tight resource
Yeah, for sure.
management.
For sure. But yeah, it's a good game. We got to play that one more. And at least you got a little refresher in case you do have to play
Yeah,
this one.
I think that's the big thing with it is I feel like I would have a chance. I mean, obviously, if someone's played it a ton,
Yeah.
probably gonna whoop me, but I felt like I could at least play it and have a chance. Whereas like something like Brass, or we'll get to like Great Western Trail, if I somehow made it into the final things and it was one of those games, I would just assume I have no chance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this I at least feel like I could have a chance.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as last month. Not quite as good.
No. 69% of last month's games.
I tried making it up late. I think I had a lot of games here in this last
Mm.
like half week to week, so I tried making up what I could, but
But you won more. I mean, you didn't win more games, but you won a better uh,
I
set of
felt
games.
like I was
Better
doing a
hand.
little bit more or a little bit better
Yeah.
consistently than I had probably from what I remember in June. I had two really bad streaks of play of like 7 to 9
Okay.
losses, like two on two separate occasions that I just in a row. I just don't know what I don't know what was happening. Some of them I think were just close, and I had like 90 plus scores, and just was outplayed, and just the way it is. But yeah, this month it felt like I wasn't on too many bad sides of like, geez, they beat me by one. I did have a
Mhm.
couple of those, I think, where it was very close losses, and even though I've had a really good score, but not nearly like in June. I felt like that happened a lot more. But yeah, I thought that was a good month of Wingspan. Good recovery there at the end of getting a lot of plays in, and a lot of the plays late. I think were a lot of wins too, so
Yeah.
I think that did help my percentage. Almost back up to 50% win rate in this one, so that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Hopefully, I can get there. But
Yeah.
obviously, if I get on a losing streak, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, you are 50% plus in this one in Wingspan.
Oh, Oh, sorry.
Up top.
Yes, in World Series Board Game AM
And
on the BGA, my BGA account, I am not.
on
But
the
yes,
BG. Yeah.
I am ahead
I'm
here by
here
quite a bit. So
because of
hopefully,
this month. You're 9 up on this month. You're 9 up overall. So you just gotta either not play any Wingspan or you risk it. Once you start losing, you're gonna get real nervous.
I am gonna get real nervous. But yeah, what comment below if you've made it this far. How many total games of Wingspan should I try to aim for here before the World Series of Board Gaming? Do I go for 250? Do I try to go for 300? What
I
do I try to
I
do?
say make sure you get to 200, and I hope at least 100 wins. Um, yeah, 250 I think would be
That would
good.
suck. If I get to 200 and don't get 100 wins.
Uh,
Oh, that'd suck.
that would be bad. That would be bad. But yeah, 250 I think would be a good number there. But yeah, comment below. Maybe they want you to get to 500.
I don't know if I, I don't know if I got the time for that, but
See, he might. Does he have 500 plays of these for? I wonder. Let's see. Acquire, I think leads us off here. Whoa, my goodness.
and as I was thinking about it more, Pepper, I was like, I wonder if I should just tell him to just have that be either like 53.5 points or 535 points.
That's
But I was like,
fine.
no, we'll throw that in there.
That is,
It's going to skew the points heavily. But yes, I finally got Acquire played, even though it was the game I picked. Yeah, I've been wanting to get it played for a while, but finally had the chance. Had a group of 4 players, and it was all of our first time playing the game, and I ended up winning. And I had a lot of fun with it, actually. I did enjoy what it was doing. I am not good at the memory element. I figured that out very quickly, where you're trying to remember how many shares different people have and where you are in that. I was just kind of going on gut feeling. I was like, I feel like I should get a couple more of that, or I was kind of trying to buy shares thinking long, long, long game, and I think it ended up working out for me. I ended up getting, I think I had the majority shares in like the one or two biggest things, both of them. So I somehow got in a good spot for those. But yeah, it's trying to debate. I don't know if I will do this one or not. Um, it
yeah.
was approachable enough that I'm like, I at least would know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to have a better chance at this or uh, well, Splendor is the other option that I'm thinking here. I will not be doing Great Western Trail is one of them, or Ark Nova, I don't believe. So this is probably the last one that might still switch,
Yeah.
but probably should decide one way or another. Maybe I'll play a few more games of Splendor on Board Game Arena and see how they go.
Yeah, my
Yes.
concern here is that you've now blown through your beginner's luck. You had that game, you had it loaded, it was in the chamber, ready for Vegas, and now. But there's no way you went into Vegas without playing it ever before in your life. That'd be quite the risk. It'd be a great story if you
Yeah.
won.
I had never played it before I got onto that table, and I won it all.
No,
They'd have a Netflix series about me.
they would. They would. Yeah. Ark Nova. Only one, another one, only one play.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one I should probably. It is on Board Game Arena, so I should probably try to get another one of that one in, just because. Yeah, it's one that I have not played as much, but I do. This is another one that every time I play it, I tend to like it just a little bit more, a little bit more. Even though it did not and still does not live up to the initial hype that I had for it, because they were kind of saying you had the uh, Rajas of the Ganges kind of scoring, so I'm like, oh, I like that, and were they saying Terraforming Mars kind of tableau? I don't know.
I think
They were
so.
like combining two games. I think it was Terraforming Mars, and I was like, wow, I really love Terraforming Mars. This could be my favorite game of all time. And it wasn't really like that. I didn't think. I don't think. I still don't think it. But I've grown to like it more and more. So maybe with more play, I won't be picking it. But maybe with more plays, I'll eventually get it on my top games of all time. Maybe.
You saying it's not on there? Stay tuned. Go check out the top 80 to see. Might be on someone else's list. Oh man, the other one. You get kind
Dude.
of a half of a play still, so
Yeah, this one's on Board Game Arena though, so I should probably play it. It just kind of sucks. The times I have played it, I didn't like it quite as much as I like Maracaibo, which is another Alexander Pfister game, and it's just like every time I think of that, I'm like, well, I'd rather play Maracaibo. So I think that makes it a little bit tougher for me. Not that I've played games of Maracaibo uh, on Board Game Arena instead, but yeah, I need to play this one a couple times because yeah, this is if I go into it without get playing it again, I am gonna have no clue what I'm doing. So yeah, definitely need to do that.
yeah, yeah. Ooh,
And did not get any more of this. This one I did want to get more plays in, so this is probably my biggest disappointment of July. Uh, uh, Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I think kind of like Earth, I got spooked because I went into the arena mode and it was using expansions. I never learned my lesson. I did it back to back in June. I don't know if they were actually back to back games, but I did both of those in June. Uh, but this one I had originally played two non-arena games, and then I went into the arena, and yeah, it ended up spooking me as well. But I did win,
yeah,
even though I had no idea how it played, and I didn't know that I had to qualify for this one thing to have any chance. And I just happened to do it on my last turn. So yeah, somehow I am 2-1.
yeah. Nice. Not bad. Not bad. You just got
I
to do
feel
that
like
kind of thing in Vegas as well.
yeah, that's true. I
Right
feel like
on.
if I pull a Wingspan or Cascadia or Azul and play this one a ton, switch it to this one, I feel like it's the win percentage is not going to be 66%. I just have this odd feeling that that is not gonna stick.
Yeah, yeah. It could be. It could be. Um, yeah, wait. So if you win a game, so if you get through with Wingspan on the ring event, if you won that tournament,
Hmm.
then you could then play Splendor in the next round, even though that was one of your other ring events, if you were to choose it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, so you can play multiple of these games, which is probably the hope.
Right. Yeah, he'd hope that. So yeah, if I won the Wingspan one, I'd probably hope that. I guess depending on how Cascadia and Azul went,
Yeah,
or Splendor, or whichever one I end up picking here, depending on how that original tournament went, I'd probably like whichever one felt like it went the best to be that second round game, is what I would be hopeful for.
yeah. Yeah. And then I think we go on to the kind of final stats. So you have all the games that you have chosen currently. You could swap out Acquire with Splendor. It'd be one less victory added there to the totals, but you're 151 and 130. So a lot more plays with those games and a good winning percentage while you are losing by quite a bit in the games you currently do not have chosen. But overall, it's very tight of a 171 to 173, and you're coming up on 100,000 points. Thanks a little bit to Acquire.
Thank you, Acquire. You gave me a chance. Wow, for how many games of the other ones I've played though, I don't know, I'm surprised. It feels like it should be way higher. It
Yeah,
feels like I've played these a ton of times. Even though I know there are people out there that, oh, I'll play that in a week.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know how you find the time because I feel like I'm playing these a lot and play back to back to back, and yeah, still don't have 100,000 points, and without acquire wouldn't even be at 50,000. Oof, all the games I'd have to play. Uh,
yeah.
but
So
yeah.
I guess the goal for this kind of last month, second to last month section, you got to play every game. So you got to get an Ark Nova. No, you hadn't won Ark Nova. So you got to get a Great Western Trail. Got to get a brass. and gotta get a Ra in there. I believe those are the ones that you need to play still.
Only three left.
Yeah,
Oof.
and
Two of
that,
which I think have to be in person.
oh yeah,
Ooh boy.
yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Got to break the news to Mac. Yeah, and other than that, I say try to maybe bump it up to some four-player games of those Azul, maybe some Wingspan too, even though that really extends the playtime. Maybe get the phone app with some AI, put that in there.
Oh,
It'd be just
yeah.
robots, so they might not be as good, but you'd get a little more of the maybe pink player powers.
Yeah, that's true. Because that's probably my biggest thought on Wingspan is how different they're going to play with those pink powers. I think that is going to be a huge difference between a two-player game and the four. But yeah, that might be a better option playing on the app for Wingspan. Because yeah, that's the only thing. That's probably the biggest thing with Wingspan is outside of maybe those, and then the kind of how the goals play out in four players. That gets a lot more messy. Uh, Outside of those two things, overall, you're playing. It's pretty much kind of a solo game outside of that, so you're
Yeah,
playing pretty similarly. But yeah, those things are big enough that it would be good to see kind of some of that in action. So it's probably a little easier on the app, a little quicker anyway. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, Azul definitely for sure need to try some four player. I think that'll still be relatively quick.
yeah,
Um, that one won't go on too long, but yeah, all the rest of them, if I try playing too many four-player games of some of these big giant games, I think that is going to be a little bit more time consuming. So we'll see. We'll see how many of those get played. But
yeah,
yeah, if you made it this far, I really, really appreciate it. Wish me some good luck over this next month. Hopefully, I can get a great winning percentage here on all these games, especially if I start doing four-player ones, because oh boy, that is going to hurt the win percentage a lot, I think.
for
It's going
sure.
to make it a lot harder to win. It's not a 50-50 anymore. So, yeah, but otherwise, if you like the video, subscribe for future content, subscribe for that top 80 of all time. But otherwise, as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.